Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a video giving my thoughts on a new sneak peek for The Walking Dead Season 7, Episode 3. This one is called Choices, and wouldn't you know it, we got another A. What does it mean? What does it mean? And I'll put the link in the description as usual for you guys so you can check out this new clip from AMC. Sneak peek really for episode 3. Very cool choices. So to sum up what we see in the clip, you have Daryl and Dwight at the sanctuary. You have Dwight who has a couple guys that are also prisoners just like Daryl with kind of like sweatshirt type, sweatshirt type of gear on, and they've kind of got like spray painted letters on them, probably to keep track of which one's which. And of course, Daryl's got the A, which we'll get into in a bit. So you've got them there doing something in the wall, so to speak, or the yard, whatever you want to call it, at the sanctuary, where they have kind of their zombies that are sort of their alarm system in case anyone tries to come in. The zombies will make a whole bunch of noise, and then the saviors will be able to hear it. So you have Dwight who shoots down a zombie with a bolt from the crossbow, Daryl's crossbow, of course, and he says, "I think I'm getting the hang of this thing." And Daryl does not respond, so he kind of ignores him, doesn't respond to him, is indifferent. He's totally disconnected with where he is. Because if you think about it from Daryl's perspective, he's still with the survivors. He's a survivor. They've lost. They've had to surrender now. But he definitely doesn't want to be where he is, I would say. So that's you, unless you're smart. Your choice. You could be like them, or me, or them. So, of course, the question becomes, what's Daryl going to do? And I really like this clip. So, them, meaning the prisoners who are inside the fence. Me, Dwight, who is a savior, and WalkingMed said Daryl has become a slavior. I like that. And Dwight is a slavior, too, right? He's a savior who's a slave to Negan, so to speak. So you could be like him, a slave, pretty much. Or you could be like them again, which means the walkers. So them meaning either a prisoner like that, a walker, or you could be like him. You could kind of convert and become a full-on savior and do what Dwight has to do. So what is it that Dwight has to do? Well, Dwight, against his own will, has to, his job, so to speak, is to serve Negan. He has to, do work for him. He has to earn his keep, so to speak. He has to go out and he has to track people down. He has to find people. He has to find out where they're from. And he has to maybe, capture them or take their stuff or, find their group and then report back and then enforce Negan's rule further. So what a choice for Daryl to be in. I mean, really sucks for him. He has to choose if he wants to die and become a walker, which of course won't happen in the TV series right now anyway, especially not like that. Be a prisoner, kind of indefinitely maybe, like forever, or convert and be like him and become a savior. And this kind of goes along with what we've been discussing in the channel lately, which is my personal thought that I think Negan does like Daryl. I think he respects Daryl, and I think he wants him as a savior. I don't think he wants to just teach Rick's group a lesson with Daryl and keep him for leverage. I mean, he wants that too. It's beneficial to have that as well. But I think he actually does respect Daryl and think, wow, this guy is tough. Like, I should get this guy on my side. He's kind of like Dwight. He could be really good, and he could fit in perfectly with the saviors that they have currently. So I think that's what Negan wants. So we'll see if he's able to break him in and what Daryl decides to do. If he continues to just shut down, or if he decides he's going to do what he has to do and kind of give up all of his values, all of his morals, and become like Dwight. So you guys can write your comments below. What do you think Daryl's going to do? Do you think he's going to shut down, or do you think he's going to become like Dwight eventually, maybe after enough breaking in from Negan and torture? I personally think he's probably going to stay shut down. But we'll see, man. It's really interesting stuff. I can't wait to see what they do with it this season. And it looks like it's going to be a really, really good storyline. So write your comments below, we'll discuss. Next one was from Richard Jennings1234, and he says, "Hey Trev, I have a quick thought about episode 3, The Cell. I think Negan is going to make a reference to Daryl about killing his men with a rocket launcher. I don't think Negan will be mad, but more so impressed." And that's a great call out, because it's something that we haven't discussed recently, which is in No Way Out in Season 6. You have Daryl that kills a whole group of Negan's men on their motorcycles, on their bikes, led by Bud. He kills them with a rocket launcher. And there's a spotter in the background, which at this point, I'm convinced 100% was not a mistake. I'm convinced that the spotter was one of Negan's, because now we've gotten to see how many different groups Negan actually has. He has a ton of people. So the white van, I believe it was, or truck or whatever it was in the background that we saw move, I think was a spotter, and I think he noticed what happened. And I think that you're right. I do think Negan knows what he's dealing with Daryl. I think he knows that Daryl is like Rick's right-hand man, or he is his strongest fighter that they pretty much have. Yeah, I think he is. So I think that's why Negan kind of wants to take him for his own, if he can break him in. And we'll see if he's going to be able to or not. Next one's from delssia, nellium. And here she says, "Hey Trev, do you think Daryl will get Holly's death from the comics?" So I was going to say spoiler warning, but you know what? Holly is not even really a character in the TV series. It's a death that could be coming up in a couple seasons or so during maybe All Out War, if there happens to be, you know, the same thing in the TV series, if they decide to do a similar type of death to Holly in the comic books, who isn't even really that big of a character anyway in the comic book series. So, but do I think it would be Daryl? I don't think it would be Daryl, but that would be crazy if they used Daryl for that part. It's just, at this point, Daryl survives the issue 100 death with Glenn and Abraham. I tend to think Daryl's probably good for maybe the whole series, or maybe like near the end of the series, maybe they'll kill him off just before they finally get ready to finish the show, pretty much. Yeah, he's too important to the show, and he's too popular. Next one's from Afmill, and he says, "Trev, so this is neat, man. I was rewatching the sneak peek of episode 3, and it appears that Daryl, while in his new prison jumpsuit shirt, has an A spray painted on his back. And of course, we know now from the sneak peek that he has one on his front, too. I love this A business, maybe to signify that Daryl is from Alexandria. Wanted to hear your thoughts." I've never thought that the A meant Alexandria. I still don't. Unless I hear Gimple say that, I would think it doesn't make sense, because they had the A thing. They were showing that in Terminus with the train cart, and there's lots of parts even before that and in and around there and through there, not just when they got to Alexandria, when they were close to getting to Alexandria, even before that. So for me, I don't think A means Alexandria, and also the name of our survivors is survivors. They're not referred to in the comic book series as Alexandrians. The Alexandrians mainly, it's the place they live now with Alexandria. It's like kind of like their home, but really, the Alexandrians are, you know, Denise and or Douglas in the comic book series version, Spencer, and everybody that was there prior. Rick's group is the survivors, is the way I refer to them as. So I like the A thing. Hopefully, eventually, one day, he'll tell us what it means to him or why they decide to do that and kind of put A's everywhere. If you look at the title for The Walking Dead, it's got the above an A. It's The Walking Dead is the way the logo works. So the A, I'm not sure. Maybe the apocalypse, that kind of thing. I'm not sure what it stands for exactly. But it's really cool they keep putting it in there. I would just like to hear Kirkman or Gimple or somebody from the show explain why they put A's everywhere. Is it an inside gimmick? What is it? What's going on with that? I think it maybe just means apocalypse, or, you know, kind of like still stuck in that train car, still, you know, fighting for their lives, still in the apocalypse type of thing. So write your comments below also. Let me know what you guys think. Next one's from Vince Thompson. He says, "Hey Trev, one for the Q&A. Do you think that they are filming extended scenes with Negan for Season 7, Episode 1, 2, etc. that will include swearing just like they did with the Season 6 finale? Or do you think it's not needed anymore?" So for Vince, and we'll make this one the last one, you guys can write your comments below on what you think about the Negan swearing extended features. I love the other scene where they show in Season 6, the finale, Negan swearing. It's awesome. I really enjoyed it. Some people like the non-swearing version better. They think it's more kind of serious and realistic, and I get that, but personally, I love to see Negan swear. Jeffrey D. Morgan does a great job with it, and I wish they would film them all, but from what I've seen in interviews with JDM, it looks like they're probably not going to include extended swearing versions for, every scene he does. It wouldn't make sense either. Would you really expect for him to do the sequence once with swearing and once without swearing? I don't think so. I mean, maybe for certain ones, like just before he kills or right after he kills Abraham and Glenn or something like that, but I highly doubt they would film the rest of the scenes with the swearing version. I wish they would, but I doubt it. I really highly doubt it. That said, I still don't have the Blu-ray, so I got to buy the Blu-ray for season 6 to have the swearing version. But let me know what you guys think. Which version do you like better? And of course, what do you think the A means? And what do you think Daryl is going to choose? Is he going to shut down, or is he going to sacrifice all of his values, all of his ethics, everything, and become like Dwight? Oh man, become the thing you hate. I won't become the thing I hate. That's brutal. Write your comments below. Send me more questions for the Q&A for tomorrow, guys. And that'll be it for this one today. If you guys liked it, please don't forget to thumb it up below. You can also share. You can favorite. And if you're new and you want to subscribe, bottom left to subscribe. That's it for this video today. I'll see you guys again soon for another. As always, it's Trev. I'm saying peace. Later, guys. See ya. You can share. You can favorite. You can subscribe. Hell, you're all going to be doing that.